Greetings, Ron Smalek here, and what you are watching are my September episodes of the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge by Michael Deering. And what you will be listening to is me doing some informal interviews with other members of the awesome MHC community. In this episode, I'm going to set up my forward base on the shore near the Ocean Monument, and I'm going to go in and actually kill the first of 3 Elder Guardians. And then for some reason I decided to go out of the temple and work on creating a better entryway so that I can get in and out through the top quicker. Wow, thank you for taking the time to talk. I am
Thanks for having me on your channel.
Oh yeah, I am having so much fun with MHCs in general. I wish I would have gotten involved earlier.
Well, you and everyone else on the internet.
Yeah, we're personally trying to get as many people as we can to make your life a little miserable, so you have to watch everyone's video every week.
Yeah, we'll worry about that when the time comes. People always ask me, "What are you going to do if it gets too big?" Well, ask me when it gets too big.
Yeah.
Right now, we're nowhere near there.
Good. Well, it is a lot of fun, obviously, for people watching this on my channel. You already know what's going on, but this is Michael Deering, the creator, the conceptualizer of MHC. So I will have to alter my basic question list because obviously some of this won't apply, but
which was my favorite month.
Oh, I'll definitely ask you that one.
Okay.
Do you want to start with that one? I'll definitely
Sure.
be interested to hear.
I get my favorite concept was the marry a witch. I agree with Technoscribe about that. But the favorite one to play that I had the most fun in was probably the Stone Age Alchemist.
Okay, what's that one? I don't know that one.
Stone Age Alchemist, you were not allowed to smelt any metals or craft any metals. So you couldn't make iron armor or buckets or things. No, wait a minute. You could craft metals, but you couldn't smelt metals. So you could only craft the metals that you could find.
Gotcha.
Okay, because they had to make buckets to get to the Nether. And the alchemist side of it was whoever could make the greatest variety of potions was going to be declared the winner. So we got to make a lot of different kind of potions that one, and a lot of people learned how to get to the Nether without a diamond pick.
Let me ask you this: outside of MHC, because I'm sure that takes up a lot of your time. But what do you like to do in Minecraft? Is it surviving, exploring, building? What's kind of your passion besides the MHC?
Well, before I started doing MHC, I was playing Minecraft, and my favorite aspect of it was the beginning. When you first start out in a world and you don't have anything and you have to, get everything set up. Once you have, tons of riches, it's no longer as challenging. So that was one of the reasons I came up with the challenge, that restarts every month. But outside of MHC, what I personally do is I go back to old worlds. I have all my old worlds that I haven't died in, and keep working on stuff, keep fixing up things, and
Wow.
But I don't play any other games other than Minecraft. This is
Okay.
it.
So
And I don't
were you a
I don't do
gamer?
any other. No, I never was a gamer. When they first, were making computers, I was really interested in computers, and I've had personal computers since the VIC-20. I've had the VIC-20, then I had the Commodore 64, then I had the Amiga, then I went into, got my first Gateway, Pentium 100. That was awesomely expensive. and you know, had I've had computers all along, but I've never been a game player. Uh, I've always been interested in the programming side.
Hmm.
You know,
How did you get into Minecraft then?
well, uh, my kid introduced me to it. He was playing Minecraft and he was saying it was really great and I should try it out. And you know, I said, well, I don't do games because you know I'm not good at those controllers that you have to learn which buttons do what
Hmm.
stuff. You know, I'm not good at learning that kind of stuff, and my eye hand coordination is not that great, and my reaction time is pretty doggone slow. So I was never able to actually physically do you know those like combat games where you're
Sure.
first person shooters and stuff. You know, I mean I did play a little bit of Duke Nukem, uh, but not the modern games that kids play. I can't play them. But he said try this Minecraft. You know, you don't need it's really easy to do, and you know you don't have to have really fast reactions and stuff,
Hmm.
and it's more based on what you know than what your fingers can do. You
Yeah.
know, so I thought okay, and I first looked at it and I thought, good grief, this is what 8-bit graphics. I mean, I was programming games more complicated than this a decade ago, you
Hmm.
know, but then after I started playing it, I realized it's not the graphics, it's the gameplay, it's the possibilities, it's that every time you start a world, it's brand new and unique and not like any world that's ever been made before, unless you're using the same seed as someone else. But like like Skyrim, for instance, uh, there's only one Skyrim world. When you buy the Skyrim game and you load it up, you're playing, one world and that's it. And if you play it 100 times, you're still playing the exact same world every time. Whereas in Minecraft, there's no limit to the different worlds that you can explore, and that was something that was uh, really interested me and really fascinated me from a programming point of view. That they were
Hmm.
able to generate these totally natural looking and realistic looking, well, except for the blockiness aspect of it,
Yeah. Even
realistic looking worlds, from algorithms.
I think that's also my favorite sort of contrast that hooked me early was like, yeah, at
Notch,
close range everything's.
I think Notch is a genius. He
I think he definitely hit on the right thing at the right time. Uh, I like the blocks up close, but when you zoom out, like you're saying, that just the randomness of the world and that it keeps going pretty much forever is so so amazing.
Yeah, and there's nothing like it.
Mm.
There's not another
Mm-mm.
game out there that has the gameplay aspects and the world aspects and just the way that the game works. There's Minecraft is unique,
Oh yeah.
and people who say, well, it's a 10-year-old game now. It's fallen out of favor. People are doing other things. I think they're mistaken. There's always going to be the next generation of kids that discover Minecraft and figure out that it's the greatest thing since sliced cheese.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's better than all those first person shooters. Yeah, the statistics are still growing. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not a game that's in decline statistically.
Yep.
They're selling more copies this year than they have the year before or any year prior. The more people are playing now than have ever played before, and the trend is not leveling off.
Yeah.
It's
No,
still going up.
it's a good it's got a good lifespan. I'm pretty happy that I've gotten involved in this. Now you said that you keep your old MHC worlds, and if I'm correct, you've been doing this since 2013, I think.
Yeah, April of 2013 was the very first MHC,
Okay, so you've got at
and
least 2 3 years of worlds. What's kind of your percent of surviving to the end? Do you have most of
uh,
them or?
yeah, probably 85, 90%,
Oh,
something like that.
nice. And do you leave them in hardcore mode after the month is over, or do you switch them over to just normal mode? Or
No, I leave them in hardcore mode.
oh, nice.
I don't know how to switch them back, but even if I did, I wouldn't. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. It
I,
seems like you're really happy
I
with the
like,
format.
yeah, it's perfect for me. You know, I mean, people that play the game in survival and they don't even care if they die because they know they're going to respawn. They just run out there,
Yeah,
you know, and not paying attention to anything, not worrying about anything. Just I don't understand the the attitude, but
yeah. When we started,
when I play, I'm really careful not to die.
yeah, I don't. My only hesitation, like I try not to die for sure, but I think if I lost my build, I would be, I would be too upset. Even though I have most of them on video, I don't think I could permanently lose it. Outside of like this challenge. Yeah, I was. I think I came in at a good time because the first month I did the deli challenge, we didn't. We were allowed to kill animals, and that wasn't an issue. But now the last couple months where we've had to be really strategic in our food is quite challenging to me. Did you introduce those rules just kind of for the fun of the game, or do you like in your, if I can ask, in your personal life, are you a vegetarian or?
I'm not a vegetarian in my personal life,
Okay.
and and, and the reason for the rules is because hardcore is just too easy.
Okay. Okay.
And I had to think of a way to make it, more challenging so that people watching our videos wouldn't be bored.
Sure. Sure.
I mean, if you're not on the edge of dying all the time, then there's no use watching it. So,
Yeah, I mean, you always
and
have a unique challenge. You
well,
obviously.
I try to make these, as hard as I can make them,
Mhm.
and people still keep surviving. I don't understand it. I guess I'm gonna have to really work on this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, don't listen to any of my episodes because I don't want anyone else giving you ideas of future challenges. To,
Well,
to me, the thing that's cool about it is, I mean, you have your rules, right, and you're hardcore by nature, but you also have like the monthly theme that you have to kind of either get to a certain place or build a certain thing. But then on top of that, there's like the built-in time crunch because you only get X
yeah,
number of
Mondays and
Mondays.
Fridays.
Yeah, yeah, that like adds at least three layers of challenge, and depending on the comfort level of people playing, that could be not a stressor, or someone who doesn't play a lot of survival. Man, you just get their adrenaline going. So, I guess I guess other than like your favorite month or theme, like are there any, humorous or interesting things that you've seen or learned from other people as you've kind of watched their videos?
Well, I I really like it when people tell me that they're learning new things from
Mm-hmm.
playing MHC.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to explore every different aspect of Minecraft. Each month will be a different learning experience, working on a different skill or a different subset of the game because Minecraft is too broad to cover it all in one month. There's too many things, so that makes it easier for me to pick each one. And when people come back and say, I've never done this before, I've never made potions before, but I learned all about potions this month, or
Yep.
I've never, all I've ever eaten is steak, and all these other foods I never even, I knew they were there, but I never didn't pay any attention to them, didn't know how to make them, or what good they were, but because of the deli challenge, now I know all about all the foods,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So, yeah, I really enjoy people learning more about Minecraft by playing these.
Yeah, I've definitely taken wheat growth more seriously, I guess I could say.
Oh
But
yeah, we're
also,
in the MHC. We're experts at growing wheat.
yeah, this month, even just from watching, so at the time of this recording, it's the first Friday in the month, and I watched John Fell's first episode, and I learned that what he talked about anyway. I haven't seen him do it, but is you dig underneath the ocean monument, you come up from underneath it, and in in my mind, I dismissed that strategy because I thought, well, how am I gonna? I'm gonna have to have like a whole inventory of milk buckets. It never occurred to me that I could just get a piece of wheat and lead one of the mushrooms underneath the temple, so
Bring
I
a cow,
can
bring a
minimize the
cow with you, huh?
yeah. So
That's
like
that's
even just little strategic or tactical things.
yeah. Yeah, when I
And
came up with this challenge, I was thinking, yeah, everyone's going to have to go to the Nether. Everyone's going to have to, kill spiders and fish, for puffers, But then I was quickly corrected
yeah,
that, yeah, it's use doors. You can use fence posts. You can use ladders. You can use torches, or you can put all kinds of blocks down there that will get rid of the water and leave you a place to breathe.
yep,
You can work from there.
yep, yep. Now the other thing too is so I'm not going to ask you too much about future challenges, but I am curious. I forgot who mentioned it now, but they were telling me that you kind of have like a notebook just full of hundreds of seeds and detailed notes about what's in each seed. Can
Yeah,
you
I
talk
do a
about?
lot of I do a lot of seed research. A lot of my time is spent doing seed research, and I've got notebooks with all the seeds from 1001 up to 9999.
Wow.
Okay, and I mean it takes me like 2 minutes to do each one. So
Hmm.
I mean I just pop into the world. I'm in creative mode. I zip up in the air, look around, see what kind of biomes are there, and make a note of it. And if I see a village, I'll write that down. Or if I see anything else interesting looking, write that down. Then pop back out. And then when I'm looking for a seed for a challenge, I can just go through my notebook and say, okay, here's one that's got this and this and this, and this would be good. And, you know, but
Now have
sometimes I have thought about doing a what they call those, where there's a flat world.
oh
I thought about doing an MHC in a flat world, but I don't know. I've tried, uh, like you can make custom ones with different layers,
yeah.
and like if the second to the top layer is dirt and then the top layer is saplings,
Hmm.
you end up with a world that's got trees everywhere.
Hmm. Hmm.
But you know, in just a minute or two, it overloads my computer and it dies because it can't handle all the trees.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, I've seen somewhere like the ground layer is very low and generate structures is on, so you get like mine shafts and stuff in the air.
oh yeah, I've seen that. I tried that.
Yeah, the
The
flatland.
spiders kill you every time in that one.
Yeah, the flatness may not be quite as interesting for a whole month playing in a flatland though. But uh, I bet if you came up with an interesting theme or twist to it, you could. I'm sure you could do it.
Had another flatland world where the top layer was logs,
Okay.
so there would be wood everywhere.
Hmm.
No trees, but you got logs everywhere. And the lava pools set the logs on fire, and then there was this like giant forest fires that would just go across the world, and
Oh wow.
it was like it was like a tidal wave
Oh
fire.
wow.
You could see it from way off coming at you.
Wow.
So can I ask your audience something?
Oh please, whatever you like.
Well, I would really like the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge to grow into something much bigger than it is now. But in order to do that, I'm going to need help. So, if anyone out there wants to like make an MHC website where we have like all the standard rules and maybe some information on the challenges or whatever they want to add to it, That'd be cool. If anyone wants to make like a Reddit page or a 4chan thing or something like that, there's other websites that we can use to spread the word or to let the world know that the MHC is here. That would be cool if you have expertise in those areas or any other way that you could help. Technoscribe mentioned Derp Guru's series of On the Couch with Derp Guru, which is an interview show for MHC players. If anyone wants to, to do an interview show of MHC players, that would be cool. And anything you're doing, I will promote it on my channel as much as I can too. So, we can all help. We can all help each other.
Well, everyone should definitely follow the link in the description to go check out Michael's channel. He's got a history of hardcore challenges of many very cool ideas. Everything from, as he said, marrying a witch to capturing one of each animal to running as far as you can in the month and
Yeah, the Great
everything in
Race.
between.
A lot of people, never go outside at night. You know, so but in the Great Race, they pretty much had to.
Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and try some of these old ones because they're just the ideas are so cool.
Yeah, there's no limit on how many people can play.
Hmm.
I mean, we could have 10,000 players and it would still work. I don't know how I'd watch them all, but
Yeah, that would be quite a big player update video, and I think people like Technoscribe trying to do her death compilation might kill you, but it would be worth it. Awesome. Well, I really thank you for spending a little bit of time, putting some conversation over my video this month. But I'd love to collaborate, maybe do some multiplayer in the future, and definitely looking forward to more MHCs. So thank you for coming up with this concept.
well, you're welcome, and thanks for having me on your channel.
Oh, no problem.